Welcome to another workshop organized by the Datacom LA and being sponsored by USC Business School. Thank you very much to USC Marshall School of Business. Here's a list of speakers. The topic of our workshop today is Hispanic population. Actually, we can pick any demographic grouping. I deliberately picked this Hispanic population as a topic about discussion is because Hispanic population, the trend has been very dynamic and very visible. So it's easier to see and to distinguish. And the most important feature about my presentation is actually the technology breakthrough for data analysis. For those who are using our platform, we're going to be using Tidycensus package. This is a brand new package for acquiring data from the census. 10 years ago, years ago, people analyzing data, researchers analyzing data for the census. You have to go to the website, you have to download the table, the variable, and then you have to import the data from your computer, from the data set to your data platform, either R or Python. Now, with the Tidycensus package, everything is done automatic and within seconds instead of days or even hours. Okay. Another interesting package that later on I will be using is FredR. It's another interface package for retrieving data from the Federal Reserve economic data. Okay, this is another very powerful data source. I would encourage all participants to look into these two packages and use them for data analysis. Okay. The highlight, first, I would like to give you a brief summary of my discussion. Okay. The reason why we are focusing on Decennial Census Survey 2020 was it was conducted by actual survey to the public. For every 10 years, a survey is conducted by counting on everybody directly, not by indirect sources. Okay, so the highlight of our discussion today is number one, 3 states with largest population, Hispanic population. That's California, Hispanic population, California, Texas, and Florida. Okay, in terms of percentage, population percentage, the 3 states with highest percentage would be New Mexico, California, and Texas. Okay. Then we're going to look into states with the largest increase. Okay, we're going to look into it. Here's one highlight. Texas has the largest number of increase, 2,376,000 people. Okay. The state with the largest decrease from 2010, that's Puerto Rico, with 500,000 people decreasing. Okay, decrease. The state with the largest percentage, increased percentage, this is, now we're going to look at percentage from 2010, that is North Minnesota, with an increase of 148% from 2010 to 2020. If we look at the number a little more closely, in 2010, the Hispanic population in North Dakota was only 13,567 count. And then for the year 2020, the number jumped to 33,412. So that's the general, okay? So we're going to start looking into the detail using Tidycensus package in the R platform, okay? First, we're going to look at all the states, Hispanic population numerical count, okay? Hispanic population, okay? California has the most number of Hispanic population, that's 15 million. Next is Texas with 11 million, Florida 5.6 million, then New York, then Illinois, Arizona, New Jersey, Colorado, Georgia, North Carolina, Washington, Pennsylvania. The list is quite extensive and interesting. I would really encourage all of us to look into further each state. So each line here, each state is worthy of your research and consideration, okay? So the first table is all about sheer number. Now we look at the percentage, okay? The percentage is a comparison between Hispanic population versus total population, okay? Here we have New Mexico having the highest percentage, 48%, okay? Then California, yeah, 39%. So 39% of our population is Hispanic heritage, okay? And then Texas, 39%, Arizona, 31%, Nevada, 29%, Florida, 26%. Very interesting, Illinois, 18%, Utah, 15%, Massachusetts, 15%, Nebraska, 10%, okay? I only select the top 20, okay? And here is a mapping of Hispanic population. You can see, okay, mapping. It's just a the darker color reflect a higher population, okay? Now, let's look into the change for the last 10 years from the last Decennial Survey, 2010, and the most recent Decennial Survey, that's 2020. Now here we see quite interesting list. The state with the largest jump is North Dakota with 148%, jumping from 13,000 2010 to 33,000 2020. Okay. Next is South Dakota, two adjacent states. And then next to it is Louisiana with 68%, Vermont 68%, Tennessee with 65%, New Hampshire 62%, Montana 58%. And again, once again, each state, the changes really deserve your attention, your research. It's opening to further research, okay? Each line here is an opportunity for all of us to look into it and explain the why. Here, I am only giving you the sheer number without any explanation. It needs further research, okay? one interesting note at the bottom, New Mexico, with an increase of 6%, because from 9 million to 10 million. Okay, and here's the mapping of the population change. As you can see, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota experienced quite an increase. Tennessee, New Hampshire, Vermont, Louisiana, quite a jump. Okay. Now, after looking at each state and the changes with each state, we're gonna go now, look down, further down one more level. We're gonna, from the state, we look down to county level, okay? We now attempt to find out counties, the whole United States, with Hispanic majority that's greater than 50% of the general population, okay? And here is the list, okay, by descending order, percentage order, okay? As you can see on top of the list, there are quite a few, quite a number of counties in Texas. A note of caution, Texas has more than 200 counties. So California, we only have about 58. So each county in California is really big, whereas in Texas, each county could be really small. Okay? So that's the really big difference. Okay? So for California, the county, Imperial County in California has 85% Hispanic population. We will look into some of the counties on this list, okay? Star County in Texas, Webb County in Texas, okay? As you can see, Arizona has one county in Arizona. Santa Cruz has 83%, okay? New Mexico, Mora County in New Mexico, 79% in New Mexico, okay? One county in Kansas, Seward County with 66%. For the state of Washington, Adams County, 64%. Interesting, okay? So the list is extensive, and I would like to encourage you all to look into it and explain why, okay? Then now we're going to look into the economic aspect of Hispanic employment, okay? But I was able to download a data set from U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. That this is the most recent data, 2017, okay? What do we get here? Okay, it's a summary of industry having sizable Hispanic population, employment percentage. Landscaping services, number one, with 45.7%. Okay, services to building and dwelling, excluding construction. Okay, this is a maintenance service, 41%. Other services, private household, 41%, 40%. Barbershop, 39%. Apparel manufacturing, 39%. Bakery, 39%. Car wash, 37%. General food industry, 36%. Warehousing and storage, 36%. Crop production, 33%. One note of caution, this employment data does not include migrant workers from Mexico, okay? So this is domestic employment only. Okay? Construction, 32.6, okay? Grocery, wholesaler, merchant wholesaler, food manufacturing, furniture manufacturing, retail, food services. It's a very strong list of employment, Hispanic employment. Okay, and also on the same list, I also have the percentage of employment by Asian grouping. Okay, here landscaping 1.3%. So the difference is quite strong. Okay, for Black African American population 7%, 7.5% in the landscape. So this is for comparison. Okay, now we're going to look at, this is for comparison purpose. We're going to look at an Asian employment and in industry, and on top of the list, the Asian employment. Top of the list is nail salon. This is amazing, nail salon and other personal care services, 40%. Okay. Next to it, very close and very interesting, computer and peripheral equipment manufacturing, 37%. Internet publishing and broadcasting, web search portal, 30%. This is quite sizable number. Electronic components, 33.7%. Computer system design, 23%. Computer electronic, 23%. Software publishing, 21%. Pharmaceutical and medicine manufacturing, 19%. Scientific research, 19%. Communication, 19%. So, and the list goes on all the way down to, here's my favorite, beer and wine and liquor store, 12%. Electronic market agent, broker and agent, 12%. Security, this is financial security investment, 12%. Okay. And now we look at the Black African American grouping. Here we see one major industry, bus service, transportation, public transportation. Okay, 33%. And then the next one is quite interesting, sound recording industry, 30%. This is amazing. Tire manufacturing, 30%. Postal service, 29%. Security services, 28%. Nursing care facility, 28%. Home care services, 7%. Resident care, vocational rehabilitation service is another interesting. Warehousing and storage, 22%. Community food and housing and emergency, almost 22%. Transportation and warehousing, 21%. So if the list is quite interesting, and the list, each category deserves your consideration for further research. Okay. We've been looking at the national trends. Now let's look at California. Okay, let's look at California. First, we're going to look at Hispanic population in California county. Okay, now we're going to look at each county. The counties with the highest percentage is Imperial County, Next is Tulare. The next is Colusa, Merced, San Benito, Madera, Monterey County. Monterey County. This is Monterey County is a very unique county in terms of employment classification. I would encourage participants today to look further into Monterey. Next, down the list, Southern California, counties in Southern California, San Bernardino, 54, Riverside, 50, Los Angeles, 48, Santa Barbara, 47. Santa Barbara is another very interesting county. Okay, Ventura, very interesting county. Orange County, very interesting county, 33%. San Diego, 34%. Okay, Contra Costa up north, 27%. Okay, so it's each county deserves your consideration for further research. San Francisco County, the Silicon Valley, 16%. Okay. And here's the map. Percentage. As you can see, up north here, one county, quite a few living in the central California, and then Southern California. Right? That's how we look at California, and of course we have to look at Texas because of the sheer number. And one note of caution for Texas. Texas has more than 200 counties, some really big, some really, really small. So when you look at the numbers from Texas counties, be mindful of the size. Okay, so one notable county is Star County with 98% Hispanic majority. Maverick County, 95% majority. Webb County, 95%. Zapata, 94%. Quite interesting. Okay, so quite interesting. I would really encourage participants today to look further into each county. Okay, and here's the mapping by percentage of Hispanic population. Okay, you see, very strong. Some counties up north, very light. Okay, and of course, one state that we have to look further is New Mexico. Okay, New Mexico. Once again, we're going to look at counties in New Mexico. Mora County in New Mexico, with 79% Hispanic majority. Okay, and here's the map of counties in New Mexico with the color by Hispanic population percentage. Okay. Now, this is switching topic. Now we're gonna look at the educational attainment. Okay, and one specific variable table is education attainment for population 25 years and over, Hispanic or Latino. Okay, so it's very restrictive in terms of race and ethnic. Okay, so let's only look at counties in California. Okay, in California, San Francisco, Hispanic population has the highest number of bachelor degree education attainment. Okay, San Francisco, Marin County, Placer County, El Dorado County. Next is San Mateo, Alameda, San Diego, Santa Clara, Contra Costa, going down the list. Orange County, 17%. Los Angeles, 14%. But this is the percentage, okay? The sheer number is quite large. Okay? Riverside County, 12%. Okay? And here's the mapping by percentage. Okay, mapping percentage. In the Southern California region, San Diego has a pretty strong, pretty high percentage of Hispanic population with a bachelor degree. So that's California. We're going to do the same thing with Texas. Okay. Here we have Collin County in Texas with 30%, Travis County 28%, Denton County with 26%. Going down, going down, going down, going down. Okay, so this is Texas. No distinguishable trends, geographic trends or anything, just pure education level. Okay. Next, now we're going to look further into economic data. Okay, and once, as I indicated at the beginning, one very large source of data is the Federal Reserve Data Depository. And I'm using the FredR as a interface package to retrieve data automatically to interface with the economic data source. And once again, I will only focus on one particular county, Starr County in Texas, because it has the highest Hispanic population. So we're going to look at this county and we're going to look at the general population trends for the last 20 years. So trends in the last 20 years from 2000 to 2021. Okay, as you can see, the population started increasing continuously, about 15,000. Okay, for the last 20 years. Okay, 15,000. And this is another remarkable information from the Federal Reserve. The per capita personal income in Starr County at the beginning of 2000, the year 2000, around $10,000. Okay, and then it started to go all the way up to now 30,000, more than 30,000. This is incredibly high, a very strong increase. Okay, for Starr County. So we're still looking at one county. Okay. Now another indicator from Starr County, we're going to look at the official name is private establishment in all industry. The word that more commonly used word is business entity. Okay. From the beginning at 2000, less than 400. Now it's 550. So it's quite a sizable increase in the last 21 years. However, the most critical information is the unemployment rate in Starr County in the last 20 years. And here, once again, if you look at the beginning of the chart at 2000, the unemployment rate is almost 25%. Of course, it fluctuates up and down quite widely. Okay, the lowest I would say around 2008, and then they jumped up again and then gradually stopping down. Here, 2019, and here we are seeing the impact of the jump reflects the impact of the COVID pandemic, the lockdown. And after that, we start seeing the decline of unemployment. Remember, this chart is the end. Data is from May 2022. Okay. Another very interesting data from Federal Reserve is the premature death for any county. Now we're still focusing on Star County. The definition of the premature for the CDC, they're using 75 years of age as standard consideration reference. Okay, before that, it's considered premature. Okay, and here it is, the chart, the trends for the last 20 years. Looking at the trend, we see quite a stable trend for the whole duration. And then all of a sudden, it started to jump. This is an indication of the effect of COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. Quite amazing chart, quite amazing trend. But then when I discovered this trends, I started wondering, is it the same for other counties? I think we all should look into it. So I decided to look at another county in Texas with Hispanic majority, Margaret County. And here we see the trend remarkably similar. And the jump is somewhere in 2019. Okay. So the two counties from Texas with Hispanic majority. Then I say, is it the same in California? So I'm going to pick two random counties in California and see if we recognize any similarity trend in the trend. Here's the Riverside County, remarkable similar. It's been dropping, increasing. However, it's a big jump at the beginning of the pandemic. Orange County, remarkably similar. Okay. Big jump at the beginning of the pandemic. Okay. So I can look into many different data sources for analysis. However, for the interest of the whole conference, I would like to encourage you to do your own research and discuss about, let's get together in the future and we can talk more. I would like to summarize my presentation. This presentation is about Hispanic Demographic Census 2020 with the three states with the largest population, California, Texas, and Florida. 3 states with highest population percentage, that's New Mexico, California, and Texas. States with largest increase from 2010, that's Texas, with more than 2.3 million increase. The state with the largest decline from 2010, Puerto Rico, with a decline of 500,000 people. State with largest increase is North Dakota with 148% increase. 3 counties that have the highest population percentages: Spa County in Texas, Webb County in Texas, and Marble County in Texas. 3 California counties with highest Hispanic population percentage: Imperial County, 85%, Tulare County, and Colusa County. The presentation today, I hope, is going to provide you with more questions because it's very, very general. I'm not capable of giving you why, okay? And I did not want to go into detail for each category. I would encourage you all to go further. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. And I hope to hear from you soon for future discussion. Thank you.